Welcome to my stables. I am the DMobo, and welcome back to Echoes of the Past. Last episode, Rhea got her memories back. She's not quite sure if that's a good or a bad thing yet. But they also went and told the king that they dealt with the dragon problem in a peaceful way. And the king was just very annoyed. So after a brief conversation of basically fuck you energy, the party left and are now discussing battle plans, and night is beginning to fall.
I think it's time we should all get some sleep.
Yeah, I suppose it's around that time, yes. Rest up and see what tomorrow brings.
Finishing off the list of what the asshole gave you.
You mean it wasn't finished already? I thought we...
No, we didn't finish it.
And I guess finishing that off then.
You all start walking back towards the city, and you reach Eldridge's house.
I'll keep watch out here, as per usual. And Keith, what are you gonna do? Things that require stealth.
Right, well, that was real descriptive. Okay, then. Kyrish, can you do the honors of opening the door?
Oh. What am I, a bellhop now? Fine. And he opens the door.
No, you're the only one that can open the door aside from Sage. We don't have the magic for it.
You walk into the house, and the fire comes back to life. And are you going straight to bed? Or are you going to talk a little bit?
Unless anyone else got anything to say, Rhea will head to bed.
There was a lot of excitement today. I think Kyrish is just gonna go crash.
Probably just sleep.
I will need Korric and Kyrish to roll me some will saves.
But it actually
13.
wasn't a good... 6, yay!
Korric, as you go to sleep, you get flashes of a battle in the snow. You and Solus have your backs to Bert and a little blue man on a huge white wolf. The scene changes again, and you're in a large, dark castle. And you are out. You're going towards one of the wings, and you see the familiar form of Eastrel sleeping in there. The scene changes once again, and you're carrying a large glass cube with an open bottom, and you're putting this cube over an egg. Kyrish, you go to sleep, and the worry of the army keeps you awake. The worry of any other possible dragons, how you'll be able to save them, preys on your mind. When you finally fall asleep, you see a large group of people, similar to yourself. Some are kneeling, some are sitting cross-legged, some are bowed to this beautiful, huge tree. And you blink, and the tree is dead, cut in half. The scene switches, and you see a dark-robed figure slicing the throat of some poor soul. But instead of them bleeding out, only a few splatters manage to hit the floor, but the rest of the blood is absorbed into the robed figure. And instead of a normal ray of frost, it's almost like 5 of them have been put together, and you almost feel the tangible cold just by being near it. You wake up startled to the sound of distant screaming. That seems to be echoing from all directions. Daylight breaks. 3 days until the army arrives. Amora walks down the hall and gives a light tap to each door. Daybreak's here. Let's get this done and get paid.
Alright. Work time. Rhea will just exit the room, just heading to the main part where the main table fireplace is.
When you open the door, you can smell fresh baked bread and you get to the table and there's a few jars, what seems to be fruit jellies, and there's eggs made with some shredded potatoes. I also made breakfast for those of you that are food motivated.
I won't say I'm food motivated, but skipping breakfast is a bad idea, especially with what they've got ahead. Need the strength now, so Rhea will just help herself to the food. Remind me again though why we completing this list for someone who's essentially a dickbag that's gonna get overthrown anyway.
Well, shouldn't we at least get paid while he's still in power?
That's if he's even gonna pay us still for this after our comments and actions.
Well, think about it this way. The list is like a contract. If he breaks the contract, I'll break him.
I don't think that's going to be quite necessary. I mean, really, just think of it like being pointed to the nearest market. We can at least get materials and some such from doing this.
That's
Besides, what else are we going to do?
fair. Also, I suppose it
Yeah.
is a case of if we do our part and he doesn't, it looks worse on him, meaning that's more reason for the public to turn on him.
Precisely. Besides, we will find something else out there that can help us better in the future.
I just need to make a mental note. Attack the more zombified ones before attacking the non-zombified ones. Don't want that mistake again.
Yes. Don't do that.
Hmm.
Amora knocks on the still unopened door from Korric. Are you still sleeping? Oh, sorry, wrong voice. You still sleeping? Are you actually? Are you at least decent?
Yes.
Color me surprised. I honestly thought you were gonna say no. Come on in. But
Gotta keep them guessing.
but she'll open the door and she has a plate of food in one hand, and in the other hand is just a piece of raw meat. And Solus will slowly start wagging his tail.
Hero just shouts out and be like, to be fair, he's deserved that one after his work yesterday.
That is true. Yes, that is true. And there is a knock at...
What? Solus or the dog?
Solus is the dog.
Exactly.
Oh.
Oh no, that's just mean!
He's a wolf.
She's just gonna look to Kyrish while they're waiting for Korric, while they're both in the mirror, and just be like, so, fun fact, I can 100% confirm Korric's always been like this. As far as I've known him, anyway.
No! I mean, it really doesn't change much. I mean, I kind of thought that, but, well.
I mean, pretty much his first lines to me was him trying to hit on me, so...
Oh, yes, that does sound about right.
Oddly enough, didn't meet him around the same time as I met the rest of you, so... Yeah, it's not been like just all of us traveling in one group all at the same time. It's been like staggered in stages, I guess. I don't know, I'm still trying to comprehend everything I saw.
There is a knock coming from the front door.
I'll get it. And Rhea will get up and head to the door and just like crack it open slightly to peer around, just make sure it's not another enemy clinging to the walls.
You crack open the door and you see... You see a light blue otter sitting in front of the door. You recognize this otter as the head librarian's otter.
Now what are you doing all the way out here? You can travel this distance?
Hmm? What's the
She'll
door?
just open the door fully. It's the head librarian's otter.
Oh, what the devil is that doing all the way out here?
I'm assuming playing messenger. Either that or Sage may have withdrawn a book and hasn't returned it yet. I don't know.
Oh, that's very likely.
I don't
Kyrish
think
opens the door.
I don't think they'd still be keeping up on late fees after what happened with the library, but
Well, I mean, never know. Money's money. What do you need, little one?
I regret to inform you that we have tried our best care that we could muster, but Master Pete has passed away from, well, I guess his coma.
Oh.
but he was awake.
Must have fallen back into a coma.
Well, he had returned to his sleep, and he woke up and was at the tavern. He was about to leave when he collapsed. We've tried everything from physical medicine to magical medicine, and nothing happened. It's... well, it's most likely been a few days since the actual passing. These animal messengers take time to travel. My deepest apologies to you all.
Rhea's just gonna look down and just start trembling.
Well, that's disheartening, to say the least.
Is this how you all felt before? Like when it happened to me, I mean.
I wouldn't know.
Same here. I don't know.
The one
But,
person who can answer isn't here.
God damn it, Bert. We told you not to go on the bender of rum last night.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Thank you for the information. You may want to try and get the body sent up to Ilya for proper burial, right?
understood. We will preserve the body and begin transport now. And the otter will slowly dissipate.
As the otter dissipates, she's gonna lean a bit more on the doorframe. She's just tried to take it in. I knew him since leaving Ilya, or even before that. He'd always been there. Until we lost our memories, of course. But now he's gone.
Well, you have to understand that quite some time has passed in between, well, likely what you remember and now. A lot of things are going to have changed.
It's not just that. He most likely died without getting his memories back. He didn't remember all the times me and him had. He just knew me for that one day, essentially.
Yes, well, and unless we pick up the pace, we're likely to be the same. At least myself and Korric. And Sage.
More reason for me to defend you with my life. Let's go.
Another day, another gold coin.
Hopefully more than just one gold coin. This day's already off to a shit start.
That it is. Right, you ready, Korric?
Sure am.
I didn't get a full rest, did I?
It was 8 hours, so yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if we were gonna play that off as like a short rest or something.
No, because you had gone to bed at night and then you woke up in the morning, so. Basically,
Yeah,
when
but
I.
that could be an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, true. So basically, when I have you roll the will save, that's basically indicating long rest.
Okie doke.
Yee.
While we're making our way there, Rhea will look to Korric and Kyrish while Bert and Sage aren't there. So I do need to ask this because I've been noticing it a lot more recently.
What's wrong?
Bert and Sage, they keep saying they need to fix me. Like I'm broken.
I think after learning everything that we did, they feel guilty.
Yes, but I'm not broken, that's the thing. Me wanting to be myself again isn't a need, it's a want. And at this moment in time, we can't be going after wants. We need to be going after needs. But I saw the way Sage looked at me when I kept offering up the juice for other reasons. And it just makes me feel like I'm being selfish just giving that stuff away. When I see the pain that it's causing Bert and Sage, that I'm not using it for myself.
I mean, if you're fine in your body, if you're okay with it, then there really isn't anything wrong. If you're comfortable, that is.
I won't say it's 100% comfort, but it's enough to get me through all this until I can focus on wants rather than needs. Best way I can describe it is, imagine you had to go somewhere extremely cold. You had to wear a certain coat or a certain outfit that isn't the best comfort, but it gets you through what you need to. It's that situation. This form will do me for now, till I can have the privilege of choice.
It's understandable.
It's understandable, yes. What's unfortunate about this situation is I have no bloody clue how we get more of that liquid. And if we can't get any more, how we're going to either help you
Or help the other dragons.
or any more dragons.
If we still had the phylactery from your friend, we could have tried to figure out where from that, but it's ash now. And I don't think mixing ash with water will create the liquid. And even if it could, it's probably blown away into the sands now.
Yes. Well. We have what we have, and nothing more, nothing less.
We'll work something out. I can't let more innocents die. Well, time to go kill some innocent creatures.
Bring on the murder spree.
I mean, are they really innocent if they're undead?
I mean, To be fair, when it comes to undead, it's more we're putting them out their misery. So there's no reason to feel bad about that. We're essentially being morticians with extra stats.
Oh, God. I really see why I actually hung out with you people.
You are all really morbid. Never really got that from you when you were in Broke the first time.
Yes, well, here we are. Right, where to?
Would it be the same as yesterday?
I mean, if there's any bodies or anything left over, it would attract other predators, if that's what we're after. Or maybe it's just the energies from what were there that would attract the undead. So,
Something tells me Eastrel didn't leave a whole lot.
no, but the sheer energies of magic from a dragon's breath would probably attract some, yes? It's better a start than nowhere.
Right, then off we go.
Maybe we should go off to the city square? Because I don't see Keith or Grameel. And no one knocked at the door last night, so...
Were they not just here?
Well, I
At least
mean...
Grameel, I could have sworn I heard him.
Well, I mean, maybe he switched places? No. Guards don't do that.
I mean, if they've gone off together, they probably did have a lot to talk about with each other.
That's true.
Especially if we're all going to be traveling together at this point.
Or, hear me out, they went off to kill each other.
I mean,
Something tells me we'd...
nothing settles differences better than a good old fist fight. But from what I
murder.
heard, well, okay, true, but from their discussion yesterday, I think they talked it out.
Hoping for the best here, Korric. Not helping.
Maybe they were discussing plans of what to do with the king.
Oh yeah, that asshole. That could have been it.
After all, what better time to do that than under the cover of night? Either way, let's go see where they are.
You make your way to the village, or to the city center. And they are casually leaning. Keith is leaning against Kyrish's statue, and Grameel is leaning against Bert's statue. They look pissed. And there is a large sack sitting in between them.
Ah. Do I even want to know what... Is the sack moving or is it still?
It's still.
It's not my sack.
Thank the gods for that.
She'll wander over. Just like motion into us so that they know it's just coming. They're coming. Then when it's close enough so that it could be a bit quiet, it's like, oh, dare I ask what's in the sack?
You may want to ask, but I don't think you're going to like the answer.
We'll be the judge of that.
She'll just give the sack just a little bit of a poke to see if it moves.
You hear something jingling, and there are a lot of heavy objects inside.
Good. I don't think it's a baby.
Okay, good news, it's not alive. I don't know why I defaulted to thinking it would be alive.
Never put somebody in a sack and walked away with them?
Not alive, no.
Okay.
Who opens it?
I don't like to open random sacks. Prefer to know the sack first.
Oh my god.
You montage of Korric taking the sack out for the
Oh god.
real. Just have a quick peek in.
The first thing you see is a thin book. Underneath, there's a small leather chest piece. Too small for you to wear, but it looks like it would fit Korric perfectly. And you see a morning star in there. You also see multiple sacks, smaller sacks, and they are
I don't know if
tied.
everyone's the same size.
Oh,
I'm
and
sorry to inform you all, but it's sacks all the way down.
Oh god.
oh my god.
This is just looking through. She'll just look to Keith and my god, I blanked on there.
Gramil.
Gramil, thank you. I don't know why I blanked on Gramil's name. She'll look to Keith and Gramil. What is all this? It just seems to be random bits and pieces. Like I'm seeing a book, I'm seeing armor, I'm seeing a morning star, I'm seeing sacks.
What are you moving?
Do the sacks have names on them? Are they named sacks?
The small sacks are gold pouches. There's 5 pouches. Each one holds 1,000 pieces.
I think that's a big sack.
The chess piece and the morning star. I remember seeing Master Goombert wielding the morning star and Korric wearing that same chest piece. But that's not what I'm really angry about. You're gonna have to move the chest piece in order to see.
Give me a sec. She just said this, she'll just hand the book to Kyrish, hand the armor to Korric, hand the morning star to Keith to hold for now, and then just start handing out the gold. Like, I'll keep all the other 2 for when we make it back to Burton Sage, so I can hand them theirs, because I'm assuming, given there's 5, that's 1 for each of us.
Am I not keeping hold of all the gold now?
Oh, right, yes, I forgot we were doing that. There you go. I forgot we were doing it that way. Hey, to be fair, when you've lived a lifetime of memories in one night, you kind of forget these things. And what is below the sacks?
Considering the situation, I'm gonna need you to roll me a will save.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm in danger.
It's a mimic.
I'm in danger. Oh, I am in really danger. That's not a nat 1, but I rolled a 2 for a total of 10.
You see what Gramil is talking about. And there is a small voice in the back of your head. Kill the king! Rip his head from his shoulders! You see 15 red dragon scales. They are the size of a buckler.
Oh no 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 no.
What's wrong?
Please tell me that these aren't from. Kyrish, you may not want to look.
What is it? And he's going to attempt to force his way to look.
Rhea, do you let him?
I think she'd be too stunned to even try and block it at this point.
Kyrish, you force your way around Rhea, and you see these scales the size of a buckler. These red scales are a little bit lighter shade than what Eastral is, but you have been up close and personal, and they have the same texture and scale pattern as Eastral does. They are a lot smaller, though.
Where did you acquire these?
I found them in a chest.
Where?
The same chest that your belongings were in.
Where?
The king's private room.
So the
Kyrish currently has his hood up. But even through his hood being up, the inside of his hood starts to glow. The glyphs rotating around his head are just pulsating fiercely.
I hate to say it, but as much as I like to think of myself as the good guy and all that, Mr. Flibble back in the back of the mind has a good point. Regicide sounds good right now.
Why would he have these things?
I
Why would he
don't know.
Why would he have our stuff? And then that's without even mentioning. I don't think they're hers, because I didn't see any scales missing yesterday, and I don't think he would have had time to do that overnight without us hearing.
If he had our belongings, he didn't say so. But yet he helped us. What in the devil is going on?
You don't think
He's-
he was going to try and be a bit of a cheapskate and just hand us back our own money as the reward, do you?
He's playing both sides. I think this list is an attempt to get you killed so that way his brother leaves the city alone.
He does realize that's not going to work right. But beyond the fact that myself out of the equation, we all pretty much seem unkillable at this point. They wouldn't stop marching on the city even if we were gone.
Can't say for say you're right or you're wrong, but I can say the trouble does follow to tend us where we go. But, Kyrish, you have the book. Would you be so kind as to read it?
Right. Well, seems to be. It seems to be a log of everyone in our group, including myself. Relationships, family, hometowns, professions, and a small note section, but and this is the king's.
We found it there. It is his handwriting.
Why would he be keeping track of us? Oddly useful in our situation, though, quite honestly.
How so?
Well, for one, I know that my father and my mother are living. And I'm from Mesa? I mean, everyone's the same.
Everyone's the same.
Goombert's an orphan. Korric. Your only family is soulless.
Oh,
And apparently, this has Pete logged as deceased.
What?
When we only just learned of this.
How is this? This guy has eyes everywhere.
Rhea? Enema? That's your partner, I suppose, yes?
Sounds about right.
Well, this log is accurate, they're alive. Nasana, elder sister, status unknown. Lilu, mother, alive. Ton, father, and he's alive as well.
Well, I knew my sister was alive, given she's the one marching on here, from what I can assume. But it's good to know that that they're safe. Presumably still at Ilya. What's its safest age?
Well, I mean, you really can't guess it, she's single.
sweet.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, that's what this log has.
Sure, Sage just said that. Never mind.
Her older brother, Quincy. Rosemary, elder sister. Holly, elder sister. Parents deceased.
What's it say for Rosemary? Because even we didn't realize that she was still alive until then. Does it have her as alive or deceased? Because if it has her as alive, then she could be in danger.
So, if they have everyone marked as deceased, didn't her sister meet us here?
Yes, well, Rosemary, we found her at the statues in the skies. She was, if I recall right from the conversation, she was keeping low, tried to keep out of the sight, and also she wasn't targeted. No one should know that she's alive, aside from us. So if she's listed as alive on there, that means
There's a
Turkey.
spy.
Turkey Feathers may know as well. He's, as said, this
Keeping a closer eye on us than we thought.
guy's got eyes everywhere, especially if he knew about Pete being dead before we did. I hate saying that.
But how?
I don't know, I'm not a magic person. I don't know what kind of spells could do this. We know they can't be a familiar kind of thing, because if it took the otter 2 days to get to here, unless you could see through a familiar's eyes somehow, but even then. Is there any kind of spell that just lets you pry on the world?
I'm sure there's something. I'm not too...
There is. It depends on what school it is, but for me, it would be like scrying. Basically, you have a clear surface, like maybe water or a mirror. You cast the incantation, And if you know the location or who you need to look over, you focus on that, and it kind of gives you a general view of what's going on.
Keith Grimora, was there any surface like that in there? Anything he could have used to scry?
Keith and Gramil look at each other.
Not that we've seen. I didn't want to risk moving too much because we don't know what's trapped or whatnot. Okay, maybe Gramil picked the lock on the chest, but hey, you know what? It's... Magical things are a lot more touchier than non-magical stuff. You make one wrong move and everything goes to shit.
We were just lucky then that the chest wasn't magically inclined. Or the sack, I guess. Or
Oh no, we brought the sack. We brought the sack.
Okay.
Gramil will look up and open his mouth.
Where's Amora?
Well, not in the sky. I mean, I know she can fly, but we would have heard her take off if she was... Oh, wait, no, she's not a ground level. Rhea's taking off towards the throne, towards where the king is. Just be like, shit.
This might be a problem. This might be a very big problem.
I know we were looking for ways to get him off the throne, but if we're not fast enough, Moira's gonna go civil war.
Who all follows Rhea?
Yeah, I'll follow, I guess.
Sure, why not?
I think we should just let her kill him, but yeah, let's go. Be nice people.
Well, don't get me wrong. I'm not doing this to stop her from killing him. I'm just making sure that no giant incident breaks out as a result. At this rate, I feel like the guy.
So
Well,
we just...
if we're going to be truly fair, the guy deserves a trial. But he's a king. He's going to get off on that trial, and not that kind of get off. This isn't the time for that.
we just make it look like an accident. Be alright.
Or at the very least, let there be witnesses there to. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ignore the oh, Jesus Christ part. I just got surprised by something. Let there be witnesses there to back up her claims of, this being fair and such, because, I mean, the book does say. Look, the evidence is piling up against him. We just need more evidence for the.
You
like
are
Rhea's having a minor
going.
panic.
You are going through the halls, and you see Amora. She's standing up against the right wall. The door is slightly cracked. Feathers are surrounding her. She is shaking. She has her wield bladed, and you can see the very tip of the rapier also swaying back and forth.
Laura, you okay?
She will turn her head towards you. And you thought you saw her angry before. Her brows are all the way furrowed. Her nostrils are flared, and she is grimacing. And she is very red in the face. She will slowly bring her blade towards her face, but she puts a finger up to her lips. She will move out of the way, stepping on the feathers. And she will point to to where she was standing and point to her ear.
Rhea will move to that position and listen out to see what she can hear, because I'm assuming that's what she's being told.
Is anyone else gonna go listen?
Yep.
I will need everyone to roll move silent checks with advantage, which means if you roll twice, take the higher number, and listen checks.
24 move silent, 21 listen.
34 move silent, 27 listen.
14. 12. Yeah. I know.
Rhea, you step on the feathers and no clopping noises are heard. You put your head close to the hole so that way you can hear but leave room for Kyrish and Korric. Korric, you're a smart bean. You usually ride on Solus's back for everything, and Solus's pads are soft enough, and you keep good care of Solus, so his claws aren't that long either. So there aren't any ticky-tacks on the stone. And you also put your ear up to the wall. Kyrish, you start to go, and you realize that everyone's walking on the feathers, and you try to go for a feather, and you happen to step on the feather, and you slip a little bit. You don't fully fall, but there's like the sound of a shoe grating on stone. You all listen with bated breath, and there's no sounds coming from the throne room. He hasn't detected you. Kyrish, you were only able to hear the king speaking. Rhea and Korric, there's a full conversation going on. So what
We can hear their food in their belly moving around. That's how good our ears are.
pretty much at this point. But the conversation follows as such. So, what you're telling me is if I get these assholes out of my city, you'll call off your army. For the most part, I know you're not going to do anything about the army. You're going to hide in your little bubble as the little bitch you are. Look, they're causing as much problems for me as they are for you. I could just have them ordered killed. It's simple as that. Just push them off into the sands. Or I could still come and march on your city and get rid of all of my problems in one go. Then what was the point of us doing the deals this entire time? I gave you information on Sage's sister that you couldn't find. I gave you information on, who all arrived in the city. Hell, I even took some of their armor. And I took some dragon scales to make it look like the dragon did it. I even sent you a magic message from one of my associates in Brolk saying that Pete was dead. What more do you want? I want to be the king of Gula. You know I can't do that. You're not going to be in the city. I can't dispel the barrier. Oh, but I can break through it. But that sounds more like a you problem, not a me problem. Kyrish mutters as quietly as he can, and there is a blue mist around his hands, and a small blue oval appears, and out comes a raven. It's black, but its eyes are blue and there are light blue highlights amongst the wings. It lands in front of you and looks up, ready to do as it is told.
Kyrish is going to whisper to it, and Lux, I need you to go outside and relay everything that I'm hearing, Lux, out to the public. Go. Fortunately.
Lux nods her head and she gently curls around the raven's neck as it takes off and then goes to the center of its back and the raven flies off. The conversation continues.
In particular, what we're doing for posterity's sake here, we're going to kind of rewind a bit in terms of what the Raven's actually going to relay and do all the juicy bits, and then we're going to work our way up to the current. Yeah.
Okay. So, a few minutes pass, and the king is getting aggravated. I'm basically delivering your greatest foes on a silver platter. Leave the city alone. You have no issue with us. Oh, but I do, dearest brother. I do. I'm still going to come for you, regardless how much information you sell me, who you kill on my behalf. I really don't care. I'm coming for you and your city, and I plan on leveling it onto the desert sands. Well, if you do, you know Father's gonna come and stop you. He only comes when you summon him. Like I said, you're a needy little bitch. You can't even fend for yourself. All the other times I've come for your city and you've just sat in your palace on your pretty little barrier. Any wall can come down. I've already took down the one in Ilya. Granted, it wasn't by a godlike being, but we all start somewhere, dearest brother. I mean, I can try and undo Eldridge's magic and give you access to where they're sleeping. I can see if I can't create a hole in the barrier. Just leave the city alone. Take them. Oh no, brother. That won't do. That won't do at all. Am I grateful for the information you've given me? Yes. Yes, I do. But it's not enough to save your pathetic hide. My army will see you in 3 days. Good luck. And the king... Ah! And you hear a large crashing sound as something is thrown across the room.
Sounds like that was maybe...
Got that roids.
Sounds like that's what he may have been using.
At this point, Amora... She motions you all to back away from the door.
Rhea will back away.
She taps Korric and Kyrish on the shoulders and gets motions for them to back away as well.
All right.
He follows.
She then looks at the door and she Spartan kicks it open. The stone just crumbles to pebbles and dust billows around her. The tips of her wings are quivering in rage. Do you not know how to knock on a fucking door? Not a door that's opened. You two-faced fuck.
I mean, technically it was a knock. Just a very, very loud one knock. Besides, manners are only reserved for those with manners.
What are you on about? Did you finish my job yet or not? Oh, you mean to get us all killed? Or to sell us off to your brother? Yeah, no, I don't think so. No, that's just preposterous.
Preposterous.
Get it out.
That's just preposterous. My brother is my sworn enemy. And
Right, and that's why you weren't just talking to him.
I have no idea what you're talking about. My
No,
brother's
I
all the
don't.
way in Death's Hall. That's 3 months from here.
Mhm.
Rhea's got to look around. Is there what appears to be tipped over here? Like what was thrown?
You can see there's a stone standing next to him, and then there's a very smooth metal circle laying up against the wall with some crushed items underneath it.
She's just gonna walk over to it, just slowly.
While this is happening, I am telling Lux to have the raven point in direction of the palace as much as it can for any people who are listening to it. And then I'm going to have it recall back to me.
As that's happening and Rhea's looking, we heard everything. You're working with the turkey feathers.
The dark
So-
turkey feathers.
She's just like moving stuff out the way to see what was crushed underneath the stone thing. It's like, yes, and I know you were saying you don't know how to communicate, but what does she see underneath it?
It's just a couple broken chests. There's a couple weapons underneath it. There's some robes peeking through the broken chest.
He'll pick up the disc. Riku, what was it that you said earlier about scrying? Smooth surface? Like this, would you say?
That's perfectly fine because your reflection's perfect in it.
And I'm assuming that if we were to look at what magics had been used on it, we would be able to see whose aura is on this, would we not?
Oh, of course. And she goes to touch it with lavender mist covering her hand, and she's about to touch it, and the king grabs her wrist. You better let me go.
Oh, come now, your highness. If you've got nothing to hide, why grab a lady by the wrist?
I can think of a few reasons, but this is not one of them.
I believe consent was not given here, so yes, this is not one of those moments.
He is going to throw her hand down. You come in to my palace, breaking down my door, handling things you don't understand, when you should be out there doing the job I gave you, so I don't kick you out into the desert sands.
Oh, come off it, you charlatan.
We know all about your plans. We know all about your deals. And I'm pretty sure with my friend's help here, your city now knows as well.
I think at this point the Raven's gonna be actually coming back.
The raven is... You do see a raven coming down, and it is still crying out the conversation. You can tell it started over again, but it is still doing as you asked.
The way I see it, you can either just give up and surrender now, or I can get payback for Pete.
Oh, what do you want about?
Pete's dead.
But you already knew that, though.
No, I honestly didn't.
You didn't. And so... And he's going to open the journal and flip it open to the page where Pete's at. So you didn't? This isn't yours?
His face twitches. I haven't seen that book in quite some time.
I must sense motive this shit.
Yep, give me some sense motives, people.
Doing that.
21! I have all the motive.
Nat 20.
8.
Nat 20, I see through this motherfucker.
Kyrish, you're like, maybe I was wrong. Maybe this was just something else he confiscated. You know, you don't know, but Korric and Rhea, you can tell he is lying through his teeth. His eyes are shifting. You can actually start to see a little bit of sweat coming off of his brow.
What's that? You did tell me you had an eye condition. Quite a nasty little eye twitch you've got there. That's why it's a bit hot in here, because you seem to be sweating bullets.
Dude, are you sure he's not telling the truth? I honestly can't tell.
Kyrish?
Am I just having an off day? Ugh.
I think it's because you're further back than the rest of us. If you get closer, you can see it more in the light.
Right. Let me get a bit closer. And he pulls his axe off and throws it forward. I want it to hit the wall right above him.
Oh.
Roll me a strength check.
18.
You manage to deftly throw it, and it hits the wall, but not before taking out a good chunk of the throne first.
Excellent. Well, now have you had your hair cut for the day? What do you say we go see the people, eh?
At this point, you can hear a very large crowd yelling outside of the walls.
Oh, are you ready to address your people, Your Highness? Because I believe they're going to have a lot of questions for you, and you're going to answer them honestly.
He glowers and he balls his hands into fist.
Oh,
You
I dare
have
you.
brought nothing but trouble to my city since you have returned.
Oh,
You have brought an army to my walls. You have brought a dragon to my walls. Get out, or I will have you all executed.
He's just gonna look to Gramil and Keith, and then to any other guards that may be in here, and then back to the king. I don't think you're in any position of power to order any executions this day, Your Highness.
Why did you have their things in a chest?
Well, it's not my fault they're slobs and they left it around here when they were here last.
Really?
You mean to tell me they left powerful gear behind before they even got started? Really?
You think we would have left money behind? You think Bert
Definitely
would
not
have
money.
left a weapon behind, or Sage or Kyrish would have left a book behind? Do you even like? I know Korric likes to take it off, but he also likes to put it back on afterwards. So I don't think he would have left armor behind.
No. Ladies like the armor.
Exactly. It is nice armor.
At this point, Amora walks forward. She sheathed her blade, but she goes up. And she's a little bit in front of you. And then as quick as a snake strikes, she grabs the king by the throat and lifts him a few inches off the floor. Explain the scales.
Slam, choke, slam, choke, slam, choke, slam.
What? You expect me to leave perfectly good dragon scales laying on the desert? That's good armor right there. Good material for weaponry. We need to defend ourselves somehow from my brother. She squeezes a little bit tighter. Those are too new. They look about a year or two old. Explain. She loosens a bit. Well, the dragon would attack. And, well, she's evil. So when she made contact with the barrier, it burns. Not my fault she didn't realize it. Not my fault a few scales fell off.
But I believe that you'll back me up in this claim here, Kyrish. These aren't her scales.
Rhea, they certainly do look it. They did, right?
They
You
are,
did say
yeah.
that they. Yeah.
They're just a little bit smaller.
I think that when, oh god, Turkey Feather takes over the mind, it taints the body with a certain amount of darkness. That could explain why the barrier reacted as such to her.
Well, they're saying that they are just older.
Oh, they're definitely older.
Alright. You win that one. But it's merely a drop in the puddle. Besides, you don't just keep these to be like, oh yeah, no, these will help serve there isn't enough to pass around all your guards. So what you're saying is they're there to protect yourself at the very least, and at the very most some kind of bargaining chip.
He says nothing. Amora tightens her hand. You can hear the leather gloves squeaking. We're going to present you to your people. And she's going to take off, dragging the king, still in a chokehold. And you see her fly off towards where the crowd is gathering.
Honestly, I think it's quite fitting. Let the people decide his fate.
while this is happening, Kyrish isn't really paying a whole lot of attention to what's going on, and he's picking up one of the scales. He just sort of inspects it, thinking.
Look, Cash,
Oh,
you've got that look on your face.
if what I just said is true, Astril should be able to go through the barrier now, yes?
If she's not an evil creature anymore, yes.
Well,
And-
I mean, you've had personal interactions with her. Would you say she is?
Not anymore, she's not. But I'm not the one that put up the barrier. I don't know if this just goes off a general alignment or if his own twisted views on alignments.
That's
After all,
my
it le-
thought as well.
After all, as far as we know, it lets him in and out.
It could just be set to keep her out.
Possibly.
Well, I guess we have a bit of testing before we go about the rest of our business. He's going to collect up the rest of the scales. I believe she'll want these back as well. Perhaps.
Rhea's going to approach the throne. And just kind of back up into it to rest the rear end onto it. Like, I'm not going to lie, I imagine this to be a bit cooler, but how would they even make a throne for centaurs? Yeah, well, it's not mine anyway.
Perhaps
Keith.
more like a raised bench where you can just put your legs on the side.
Perhaps. Keith, Gamora. Who takes over this place now? With him, ousted?
We do. Just saying.
Old Korric's just on the front already with the crown.
As interesting as the prospect of running a city sounds, I don't think that's it's quite smart for our current objectives. Yes?
True. Can't really run a city well. Traveling around trying to stop someone. Not to mention then it is just going to be the city under attack constantly. You're right when you said that, well, we do attract a lot of attention, unfortunately, from him.
We do indeed. And a sea being owned by us, well, that would likely attract even more.
Exactly. We got time for settling down when he's gone.
So, let's go out and see what happens. Let's watch the fireworks, shall we?
Well, I'm not hearing a loud reptilian screaming yet, so I don't think we've missed the show if that's going to happen.
Righto! And while shoving the scales into his bag, he's walking towards the door.
You coming, Korric?
Yes.
Oh, right, I forgot something. And he walks back to the throne and prizes his axe out of the top of it.
Ancient birds are never going to believe this.
Well, the fact that I could actually throw an axe without hitting him? I know, that was quite impressive.
It was, to be fair.
I kind of wish you
But-
would have hit him.
Well, I suppose, but couldn't get the retribution he needed.
I mean, it would have just followed up with the haircutting joke you made, just a little bit off the top.
Oh, I enjoy all of you.
You walk
good.
out of them.
That means we're making progress.
You walk out of the palace, and there is Amora, still holding the king by the neck. He is struggling to free himself from her. The people outside are yelling, shaking their fist, throwing middle fingers left and right. A couple of the young ones are throwing rocks at the king. Amora's voice is loud and clear. This piece of filth has declared himself your king for years. Your city has been attacked how many times, and he stayed in its palace in the safe little bubble, while you had to risk and sacrifice yourselves to protect it. The crowd starts to quiet a little. This piece of filth is rude to outsiders, to the heroes of Ardnog. Insults anybody he gets a chance at. And a lot of the people are nodding their heads in agreement. This filth has been selling out information on the heroes. In his bedchambers, there was money, armor, and a weapon left behind by the heroes he so claimed. What hero do you know leaves behind their way of travel, their protection, and their armaments? There's a huge uproar of "Bro!" throughout the crowd. There was a journal hidden among the chest. It was a small note on everybody in the group. We only learned this morning that the great hero Pete has passed on. There's a shocked gasp from the audience. And the crowd takes a knee. Now
Rhea
tell
looks like
me.
she's about to follow suit with taking the knee, and then it's like, how do with 4 legs?
Front then back.
Yeah.
Now tell me, people of Gula. We only learned this information today. Granted, the message was a few days late because of travel, but how would this little journal saying that Pete was already deceased? There are murmurs amongst the crowd. He has been making deals with his brother to try and keep him off of the city like a coward. Kyrish summoned a raven to warn you all, but for those who didn't hear the entire conversation, open your ears and realize. The raven repeats the conversation that you walked in on. Others heard the whole conversation and they stay grim, but those that have fully heard the conversation, they are glowering and snarling. As many of you know, there is a dragon amongst the sands. It is not a mindless creature. Her name is Estrel, and she was a victim of his brother's actions, controlled. We have freed her from the control, but that does not mean she will come to the city in vengeance. If anything, we sell the king out to the dragon and let her feast upon his bones. For also in this sack are 15 of her scales. There's another shocked gasp from the crowd. He claims they were just sitting on top the sands, but we all know if you are not on the road, everything sinks. He claims it was going to be used for arms and armor. Sage, do me a will save.
15.
Let me cuddle you, damn it.
You...
Chat!
You manage to sleep through the night somewhat peacefully. You get flashes of a group with Cleo, Mara, and a few others. Another flash happens, and you are talking with Kyrish. You are both sitting at a table, scribbling away. But other than that, the night passes peacefully. You are extra tired, so you sleep in, but you are awoken to the sound of screams and boos.
Well, shit. I'm gonna go see what I missed.
You walk out of the door, and the noise is louder. Do you go
That's generally
towards...
how walls work.
Don't you sniff that.
Do you go closer to investigate?
Yeah.
As you near the noise, you can see Amora grabbing the king by the throat. And you come in on... At this point, do we really believe he is the true king? He relies on his father for every problem that arises.
Just the one person in the crowd going, I didn't vote for him.
What say you, people of Gula? Shall long live the king? Or 6 foot under trip?
Please shut up. Fuck him!
Oh, Sage is here. Sage, over here.
Oh. I was just yelling because I think he's an asshole. Hi guys. What did I miss?
Well, what an entrance.
Revolution.
You missed
I
all the
can
fun!
Revolution, the betrayal.
I missed all the but what?
Also got some bad news as well, Sage.
That is such a terrifying way to
It can
start
wait,
this
it can wait. Hang
conversation.
on. We're getting to the good part.
Yeah, we got good parts, but I feel like I need to say this as well, and then we can alleviate it with the good news. But the bad news is Pete's... And Rhea begins trembling again.
He's on his way?
No. Pete died.
What? How?
We're not quite sure. All we heard was he'd woken up again from the coma, and then on his way out from the tavern, he just doubled over.
That's gonna hurt a lot more when we get our memories back.
I told him to... Well, I told the librarian to send his body to Leigh for a proper burial.
Good.
So when we make our way there, we can say our last words.
Oh shit, speaking of memories. You know, we'll have that conversation later. The fuck is going on here? What's the good news? This? Point up to where Mora's just having at.
Yeah, pretty
much.
much.
Oh, also, we got some of a shit back because he was hoarding it like a little shit.
Who was hoarding it?
The king.
He had our shit?
He had Bert's Morning Star. He had a book. He had some of Korric's armor, and I don't even want to know what he was doing with Korric's armor. And he had some of our money. He also had some scales of our dragon friend.
Was he gonna sell us out?
And then some.
Knew he-
Remember those missions he were telling us to go on in the desert?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was to get us killed.
Oh. Oh.
Unfortunately,
Bastard!
we're just good at not dying. For the most part.
For the most part.
Did you say unfortunately? Either way, I'm trying to listen to this. Look, I don't know if they're going to get beheaded or not.
Oh, calm down. Whatever happens to him, it won't be enough. Bastard. Fucking hell.
Calm down. Look, we have very few good things happening for us, and I would love to see this city actually do well.
Right. Just trying to catch up on all the shit that you guys apparently did. Had some weird dreams.
All in a day's work, what can I say?
That reminds me, we're gonna need to have a talk as well later, Sage.
About?
Memories.
Fuck. Yeah, put it on the list. Okay. Have they killed him yet? Sage will look up.
Omora has brought the king up to her head level, so her arm is bent a little. What will we do with the fallen king? What do you, the people of Gula, think is fair punishment for how he wronged you all? Cries of evisceration, decapitation, ripped apart, trampled, starved. Screams of many other ways of dying are thrown about.
I think I just learned 5 new words for killing.
Omora looks at the king, and she brings him to face her. Meet your maker. And she's gonna raise him to her full arm height and just throw him down, and he just skyrockets down to the earth. He hits the ground, bounces a couple times. There are definitely some sickening cracking sounds. The earth that he first fell in has a good 2-foot divot in it. The crowd parts as he bounces. His leg is bent at an odd angle. His arm is bent in another one. He tries to get up, but he can only seem to kneel. He is very bloodied. My father will smite you for this.
Who's his dad?
Rhea's just gonna shout out, your father is going to look upon this and wonder where he failed in raising both sons. Because even though your brother has brought so much pain and anguish to this land, you're no less of a monster.
Asshat!
That puts it down in that way as well.
As you say this, some of the townspeople kind of start to converge on him.
I was gonna say, tell me they start chanting ass hat.
You know what? Hold on. Odds or evens?
Who, me?
Go for it, Sage.
Yep, yeah, the one
Odds.
that's stuck in the outside chat.
I didn't mean to.
Start a movement, start a movement.
Odds or evens?
Odds.
It doesn't start right away, but you hear very high-pitched voices of going, ass hat, ass hat, ass hat. And you see many little baby lizard folk. They're about waist high. So they're kids, they have rocks. And as they're chanting this, they just pelt the fallen king with
You didn't learn that from
rocks.
me.
These days, I swear, with their language.
Amora lands by the party. Who wants to see the fun? I can carry 2 people.
I've got my own ways. Send Darling up.
As much fun as it really seems. I think there's other bits of business we need to attend to, yes?
Way to ruin all
Yeah. Send Darling if you like.
Korric,
the
Rhea,
right.
do you want to watch?
Are they gonna behead him?
You don't know yet.
Hmm.
On one hand, I'm really curious. On the other hand, what business is it that we need to do, Kyrish?
Yeah. You should probably
Wait.
be responsible, good people, and not watch this city's king possibly be murdered for fraudulent activities.
Go and watch if you wish. I don't wish to really see the man's head roll. But should we not see about the next leader, possibly?
That would be smart.
I suppose so. After all, we are responsible for this. I guess we should be responsible for the next ruler.
Government is so stupid.
I've got a few names in mind.
Namely, who would that be?
Us.
Key for Jamil.
Keith doesn't want it. He's made that pretty clear.
That
Are they
was-
with us?
Gramil didn't want it,
Gramil.
but yes, Gramil and Keith are with you.
They left them.
We could always elect a separate kind of government.
Guess we're going democracy. Nothing like upheaving an entire city and their culture.
Slight problem
Burger.
with that, Korric. I don't see democracy on the map, so I don't know if we can go there next.
Democracy is not a place. It's a concept of government.
It's not a place, it's a state being.
I hate all of you.
So, do we have to figure out the government now, or can that wait until after we defeat the calming army?
Oh, right, that's still a thing.
Mm-hmm.
3 days.
Do you think they'd still be wanting to attack even if we weren't here anymore?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Gramil?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Do you think anyone would mind if we went through the king's, well, former items?
Go for it. I don't think anyone's gonna care.
Alright. Wonderful. Well, I think we'll be able to find plenty to define the town, yes?
You know, that voice you do really makes me remember that we were all evil at one point. Like,
This is where we suddenly become rich.
I'm sorry, but what?
listen,
She's
man,
just
it's
gonna-
an evil sounding voice. It's an evil sounding voice.
She's just
It
gonna
sounds
leave
so
out
fucking tedious.
Not all of us were evil, Sage.
Sorry. How am I supposed to know that?
I'm sure I had my reasons, who knows?
Yeah,
In either
that's creepy
case.
as hell. Let's go.
Waste not, want not.
You head into the castle, and Grimiel leads you to the king's room. And it is as extravagant as they come. A large bed, the nicest sheets, all the bells and whistles that come with being a king. There's
Yeah,
an...
and I've been sleeping on straw this entire time. Look at this.
You see a chest that is open. There's a few things covered up. And by the bedside, there's a picture frame that has been folded down.
I'll lift it up.
You see the king, you see a woman, and you see a child.
Don't think about it. He was an
For me-
asshole. He deserved it.
Grimiel?
Already forgot about it.
What's
Grimiel,
up?
are you... Did the king have a kid?
He and Keith will both lower their heads.
Oh.
He had a
was
wife and a
their
child.
kid.
Unfortunately, sickness took his life. And his daughter went missing.
Missing. So potentially still out there.
Possibly. But
I mean, we've seen what kind of lies he's been spouting today. Who's to say he didn't have a hand in it?
It's probably for the best, to be honest.
Sage.
There were 2 guards stationed at her window and her door. Everything was fine until the morning. No one had come near any of those entrances.
He's just gonna show the picture to Sage. You've seen more around his lair than we have. No one met in these kind of marks or patterns.
Do I recognize the kid?
You do not.
No. She shakes her head. Haven't seen her before.
So she's not within then.
Well, there's a hole in their wing I didn't get to see.
Unless
I had
she's
to
there.
Make tracks. So she might be there. She might not. It'd be kind of fucked up to keep your own niece hostage.
Yes, but let's face it. And as much as I don't want to say this, as this would then also burnish onto the kid as well, but fucked up seems to run in that family at the moment. Or at least in that generation. Let's put it that way to be a bit more fair to the kid.
Yeah, don't blame the family. The actions of a single.
Look, all I'm saying is, if I had a gold piece for each time a member of that family turned out to be an asshole, I'd have 2 gold pieces. Which is not a lot, but it's strange that it's happened twice.
You are the
Why did we
product
come
of
here?
your environment.
Did we come here looking for magical stuff?
Magical
Anything.
stuff, incriminating stuff.
This
So
is it.
So who wants to go see what skeletons are in his closet?
Want to? No. Should we? Yeah.
Literal? I'm hoping not.
I don't know, given these are his private chambers, I'm very much cautious about opening up anything because I really don't want to see what this guy was getting up to in his spare time.
You don't want to know if he's a closet freak?
That.
I don't think anything could shock us after traveling with you.
Exactly. Open all the doors. Let it all fly.
Kyrish is actually going to do a bit of searching, looking for secret entrances or some such.
Okay. Roll me a search check.
Yeah.
Add another one to the list.
I know, right?
Nope, that's the third one this episode.
They're just babies. I have to tell them that I love them.
14. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You look around and there's nothing that screams, I'm a hidden doorway to you. But
I'm a
Sorry.
hidden doorway. Hello.
Yeah.
but other than that, everything looks normal.
Yeah.
Damn it all.
Who is gonna open the wardrobe?
I guess Rhea will, since she's next to the bed anyway at the moment.
Are you? Because all I see is the road.
Well, she were over at the bed to lift up that family portrait, so...
You walk over to the wardrobe and it opens. And you see a set of beautiful armor. It looks brand new for it being so shiny, and it is a dull silver color with blue trims and a black cape.
Fancy. She's just gonna start pulling it out and resting it on the bed.
What's
Some
that?
fancy looking armor.
Magic?
I have no idea.
As you
Let me
pull it out, what you thought was metal actually feels like leather.
Oh, that's weird. That's a metal. Or it is metal and it got a weird feeling. I don't know. Throw Presto hand to it just to make sure that my hands aren't fucked up, because that feels like leather.
Hold on, let me see.
Do you pull your hands away?
Yeah.
You pull your hands away, and where your hands used to be, there are Rhea handprints. You look at your hands, and they're covered in silver.
Ah! Wet
Is it
paint!
pink?
Wet paint! Wet paint!
Alright, calm down.
I think. She'll sniff at it to see if it has the paint smell.
It's very, very faint. So the paint's been on there a while.
That's definitely paint, but it's been there for a while and it's still wet.
What's underneath it?
What is underneath the paint?
It's just leather.
Just leather armor. Don't know why he was trying to pass off leather armor or something fancier, but
Give me a minute. And Sage is going to use her 1 free a day identify spell. See if she can get anything.
was there anything else in there aside from the armor?
There is an elegant dress. A light blue color. Almost like the color of the sky, with white off the shoulder sleeves. And there is a smaller outfit of a black dress with just a simple black dress. Enough to cover the shoulders, but also not die of heat.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this wasn't his. Either that or we just discovered something of his that, let's go with the idea that it's not his. She just lays the dresses down, away from the paint so they're not getting smushed up. Going to assume his wife's. Kind of pretty though, not gonna lie, but not gonna take a dead person's dress. That doesn't feel right.
Yes, that would be kind of odd.
Very much so.
Kyrish and Korric, what are you doing?
Checking under the bed. Anybody check there yet?
No.
Checking under the bed.
You have dark vision, do you not?
Sure do.
Through the darkness, you were able to see through to the other side, but there is something under there. And
There might be some things down here, guys.
Oh,
Back.
welcome back.
Sorry.
It is just a regular piece of leather armor.
Huh.
Well crafted and painted to look like a metal chest piece.
Never mind. Nothing fancy. Just
Uh,
painted
I think
armor.
I think that's what we found on the thing, right?
Yeah, that was the chest piece that Sage identified.
There's nothing special about this. It's just painted as if you wanted to disguise it for something else.
The dress is his wife's, but that's all about all that I could see in there. Unless there's something else there, but if there is, I didn't spot it. Did you find anything under the bed, Korric?
Did I?
Yeah, there was something under there. You just couldn't tell out what.
Okay. So then, yeah, there's something here, but I'm not sure what. My arms are little. I can't reach it.
Oh my the gods, let me get it.
Yeah.
He's gonna reach under.
You reach under, and you feel a handle.
He's gonna tug on it.
It opens, but the bed is stopping you.
What in the God's names? Help me move this bed.
Alright, give me a second.
Is there a
Rhea's,
door down there?
I believe so.
Rhea's gonna try giving the bed a bit of a shove to one side to make room.
Knowing Rhea, she probably used one finger and it fucking smashed through the opposite wall.
Cat.
You
That
shout.
bottle many.
They're so loud today.
You push the bed over, and you can all clearly see the door with a metal ring.
Trapdoor.
I did not think there was actually going to be stuff in here. Okay. Rhea?
Everyone stand back just in case. And she will open the trapdoor. Is there something down there?
Stairs leading down.
Stairs. Wait. I'm gonna have to duck or do some kind of off limbo. It's a good job I got that. It's one of those rare occasions where I'm going to say it's a good job I'm smaller now.
Does somebody... Are you gonna go first?
I mean, who's got a light that's not just a torch?
Me.
I'll cast dancing lights.
I'm just gonna pull my hood back.
Who's got a light? I am a light.
You go down the stairs, and the lights on your head illuminate a good bit. You go down, and it opens into a decently sized square room, a little bit larger than the throne room. And there's a couple tables, there's a few books, a couple pieces of paper. But on the end, in a tank, very similar to what you see Amora and Keith in, lies a woman.
Oh, sad.
Wait, in a tank?
Yes.
This is straight out of Ladybug.
Is it his wife or is it his daughter?
Who's going up to go check?
Me, I guess. Whoever wants to join.
Rhea will as well, since she looked at the photo. Well, I'm assuming not a photo given the setting, but you get what I mean.
Amora also walks up with you because she is curious. You all, the two of you and Amora stop. In the tank, it looks just like Amora, but without the wings, without the hair. It's almost like Amora as a lizard woman.
Not gonna lie, not what I was. Just seeing what I'm seeing, aren't you, Sage?
Yeah.
Amora, you did have a sister from another mister, did you?
She is staring at this tank. And her eyes are on focus. She's not doing well with this. In the dim light of Kirish's runes, there's small trickles of sweat going down her face. And she gets closer to it. No, I was an only child. We didn't even know about this land.
Oh, very much like you, though. Uh, uh, oh. Oh?
There's no secrets in your memories that will explain this. Are there, Rhea?
No. I don't think it's going to be in my memories for this, but just something that I've been told. Amora, Riku, since you two are a bit more versed with this kind of stuff, is there a way to clone someone? Or to, like, copy someone?
Amara looks to Riku. I mean, bardic magics, yeah, but it's an illusionary copy of the caster.
Yes. Heard you're the last of your kind, right, Amora?
She stiffly nods.
What if it... And you said if anything happened to you back then, it would be transferred to me. What if he was planning to transfer it from you to this person, and it only got so far before you was brought back?
That would be really, really weird.
Kyrish,
weirded
can
out.
you come over this side for a moment?
Alright. What's up?
I mean, I can see in the dark, but I just wanted to make sure I read this right. It's a note, like a doctor's note. Gramil and the guard brought in somebody that was on the verge of death. Keith was already dead. But with this remaining amount of life force, I could transfer the energy back into her so she can live once again.
Whoa, that's dark magic.
That's his wife.
I don't remember seeing her like that. Unless he didn't perfect the tank before, so some aging happened?
Or the fact that his wife was younger than Amora. Or if he was using this logic, I don't want to think about it.
He could have been using others of varying ages, and that could have affected how she looks now.
That's such dark magic.
Could also explain why he's been working with him.
Yeah.
It wasn't just to try and keep himself in power or anything like that. He was doing it for love.
Yes, well, love is often what turns us into the darker side of ourselves.
I look at Rhea to see how she reacts to that statement.
You're just gonna blink and then look to Sage like, yeah, she's gonna be like meow.
In those exact words.
What's up? Do I have something on my face?
No, no, you're fine.
Are there any other notes?
Yeah, there's one over here. As I purged the phylactery, I couldn't help it. I let some of the essence go down below. Unfortunately, it passed through the winged one first. And now she doesn't look like my wife anymore. But I'm willing to take that risk. And hopefully this will be enough to restore her body. To get
By
her
the
soul
gods,
back.
please stop. If there's nothing else of value in here, we burn it now.
Kyrish, are you okay?
He was attempting to use Amora.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we really need to know more?
No.
We will just approach the tank and just place a hand on it. It doesn't feel right.
She was already dead.
So was I.
There's a difference between catching the soul before it can drift away and tethering the body when the soul is gone.
This is just necromancy.
Mm-hmm.
Just without the blood.
We burn it.
Or at least leave decisions about what happens to whoever inherits this responsibility. Let's not set ourselves up as a pseudo government. We're here for 3 days. We defeat an army and we move on.
The body. We burn it.
A proper burial.
However they do things here. She deserves that much.
Yes. She deserves a proper burial, at least.
Gramil, how are things done here?
We usually wrap the body. To us, it's orderless, but for the fiends out there, it smells awful, so it prevents them from eating it. And we just let the sands take them.
Could you please see about it then?
Gramil nods and he makes his way over to the tank. And Amora will back up. And she walks around and gets the note that Keith is holding. Walks across the room, gets the note that Gramil read. There's a third note that she passes by. She looks at it. She reads it. And she takes that one too. Before silently heading upstairs.
I'd like to follow.
Gramil will take his robes off again. And Keith will pick the wife up and place her in the row. And they go upstairs. This is...
Can I just state that she just looks to Barty? As much as I appreciate you bringing me back the way you did, thank you even more for not going this route to do so. Also, but I don't know what I would have done with myself if I'd found out it cost someone else's life to bring me back. Aside from a horse, but that's not really taking
Well,
life, it's just a merging of life.
apparently a horse isn't actually dead, so
Exactly.
for what that's worth. I think I have better faith in our party even before we lost our memories. That we wouldn't do something like that. But we do seem to have strong ties to each other.
I'm gonna go see if Amara's okay.
Oh, Sage followed up. I don't know if you
Oh.
heard that. By all means, Riku can follow that.
So... Sage, you were following Amora. And not even her wings are moving like they usually do when she walks. Her entire posture is stiff. And she goes outside. And the mob is still there. One of the guards look at her strangely. She hands the 2 notes to him. He reads them. You can see that they slightly crumple in his grip. And he starts speaking in a language you can't understand, but you kind of assume that it's what Keith and Gramil had read because the mob is in an uproar once again. And you see Amora disappear into it.
I want to try to catch up to her, grab her arm if I can.
Roll me a reflex.
Mm. 9.
You go to grab her arm, but she moves her arm forward, so you end up missing it. She is taller than the lizard folk around here, so it's not that hard to lose her. Do you still try to follow her?
Yeah, I'm worried about her. So Sage will probably do the whole, excuse me, sorry, Amora! Maybe try to use her face as a little bit of a crowd parter.
You say Amora, but she doesn't respond, but she ends up going to the king. And she crouches down. Throughout the roaring, you can't hear what she's saying, but he looks up at her and he just spits at her. She stands up, and as she goes to walk away, you can see that the king is a mess. He's laying in a pool of his blood. He's been stripped of his clothing, so you can see the marks on his body. And as a final fuck you, she curb stomps his knee, and you can hear the cracking and the scream of his pain. And she calmly walks back out through the crowd.
Mora?
She still doesn't respond. Does the rest of the party leave when Gramil and Keith leave?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's any... Well, actually, there is something else we didn't check. We should quickly check it before leaving. So, if you recall right, you said there was also a chest in here that we never checked yet.
Did I?
When we first entered, you said there was a bed, there was a closet, there was like a chest with something covering it. If
Oh.
you recall. I may have forgotten. I may have gotten that wrong.
Or was it an open chest? Because...
It was an open chest, yeah, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, then everything's been searched.
Alright, yeah, then she'd head out.
What about you, Kyrish?
Yeah, I'm going with the rest of the party as well.
You follow them up. The crowd is much louder than it was before. There is screaming, yelling, threats. And when Keith and Gramil bring out the body, Gramil takes a deep breath in.
Silence! We found the queen.
And the crowd, you could hear a pin drop. They stop what they're doing and they look up and they see the queen. One of the guard comes up. That's not queen. Gramil will nod his head.
She is. But we found evidence that the fallen king was using dark magic to try and bring her back to life. Using the winged elf's life energy.
The guard will bring open the notes. That's what these say.
There's your proof.
The people... There are hushed murmurs amongst the silence. And Gramil and Keith will go off away from the crowd. And you see a few people start to follow them. Gramil's close enough for you to be able to hear him say,
We're gonna need you to open your business to take care of her.
and the lizard man will bow as they follow Keith and Gramil away from the city. As you turn, you would be able to see Amora at the top of Amora's wing start to go down an alley, and you can see Sage's poofy hair about 5 feet behind her. Do you follow?
Rhea will, after seeing that, like,
Yeah.
what's happening over there?
Yep.
You go around the crowd, so you're able to get closer to Amora. She's still walking pretty stiff. And she walks out past the house, past the city. She stands at the edge of the road, looking at the note. And she just stands there for a few minutes, in silence, unmoving.
Imara?
She doesn't respond.
Imara, I don't know what's got you spooked, but you have to talk to us. Don't just be weird and emo about it.
Without a word, without looking at you, she just rotates her elbow to the left so you can grab the piece of paper.
I'll take it. I'll read it.
It's a series of writings. There are 2 different types of handwriting styles. Your black angel has arrived at my doorstep. Why are you telling me about this? Unless you want something back, or something in general. I want my daughter back. From what I've gotten from reports, this black angel has been giving you issues for quite some time. Deliver her along with the others. Then we can talk about what you will be paid. Well, she's here now, and she's almost dead. Mummy rot. I knew it was your specialty, so that's why I contacted you. I figured she would make an excellent ally for you. I hear winged elves are pretty powerful, and with this one's physique, she's a fighter of some such. As I said in my previous response, we will see. And that's where it ends.
So to reiterate from my own understanding, it confirmed that Mithroon has the king's daughter.
Yes.
Cool. Sage will read it. Fold it up. So what? Does it bother you that you were on his hit list as much as us?
It bothers me, the fact. Not only was I being a medical guinea pig, but now that I am once being hunted again.
You've been hunted before?
Why do you think I had to leave home?
I'm sorry that all this happened without your consent. I think I might be able to understand that even more than the others. But hey, the good news is, we're gonna go whoop the ass of the guy who's trying to hunt you down. I realize that may not be much comfort.
It's bad enough that you are being hunted, but you can move from city to city, allowing certain cities to be safe. But even if I move with you, it'll be hard for any interrogators to believe that I did move with you.
Hey, better that you're with us than that you're on your own. We've got your back.
Just as you've had ours all this time.
Oh, gods. Hi.
Hi,
How are you so fucking quiet? Never mind.
I'm a sneaky horse.
But yeah. I understand needing some time, if you need time. You've got 3 days.
No pressure.
No pressure.
But she turns to the party. Do we want to continue? Well, at least help the Lamias out? Or should we just take care of the city while we can?
I'm not leaving this city to an army.
Oh, I'm not saying to leave. But what do we do now? Do we prep? Or do we...
Prep. What's the other option? Leave?
Well, kill time. Basically, helping out the Lamias.
The Lamias?
People here.
Oh.
Lamias are... well, they're like Rhea, except for centaurs, they're lions' bodies.
Oh,
Dope.
I was thinking snake women, but okay.
Haven't you had enough of snake women, Korric?
No.
once you go snitty, you need more bitty.
What about them forked tongues?
I'm
I'm telling
ignoring
you.
both of you. I'm ignoring both of you. You guys do not exist right now. Can Alamia wait until we finish preparing to defend this city?
I mean, depending on how far they are. If we help the Lamia, they may be able to help us with this situation.
We have days, but no longer. If it's more than a day away, we can't go.
Do you know how far away it would be?
Say again?
Do you know how far away it would be to get to them?
Not necessarily. They're nomadic in nature. They move to where a good food supply is, and then once that's done, they move on to the next.
So there's no guarantee.
And you don't know where they are now.
Not currently.
Then I say we don't waste precious time running around trying to find them.
We may have less than 3 days. Look,
And he points a finger.
What do we see?
Amongst the clear horizon, there's the blue sky and the orange sands, but there is a spot in the middle of it that's pure black.
Yes.
Fuck.
Not gonna lie, not how was I. Words. Not how I was expecting to be reunited with my sister all this time.
Okay. Let's alert the city. Let's get ready.
Let's prepare ourselves for war.
As you head back to the city, the scene changes. And it goes backwards. Backwards to Brolk, where the remaining clerics are finishing preserving Pete's body. And they put him in a cart just big enough to fit him. And the horse begins its journey. It flies over to Ilya, where the Shrine of the Lost is visited once again by a little pink elf, forlornly playing a flute. It travels again to Death's Hall, where behind a door, a hooded figure is sitting on a bed. It puts its head down and reveals an oddly beautiful lizard-like woman. With light golden scales and a humanoid face with strawberry blonde hair. She looks over and she looks at the picture of a man, woman, and a younger version of herself. She lays back on the bed and just screams until her throat is sore. Not that screaming changes anything, but sometimes it just feels good to do so. What is everybody's favorite part of the episode?
Now I'm just depressed.
When the king lost his throne.
Yeah.
Viva la revolution! With a K.
Is that what you guys did the entire time that I wasn't here yet? Or did you, like, fight some shit?
We was going to fight some shit, and then we were like, oh, you know, Keith and Grimoire aren't here, so we went to find them, and that's where they had the sack, and that's where we found out that shit. It's like, let's not kill some shit, let's kill potentially one giant shit. Do you know what my favourite part is aside from Viva la Revolution? Beth has to wait another week to find out what Rhea saw for her.
I was
from her
just
memories.
thinking about that. I was like, ugh. Fine.
I'm trying to think of what you're talking about, because that happened the week before. What Rhea saw.
Yeah, but
In her memories.
yeah, in my memories.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was going, oh yeah, no, we'll discuss it when we get to rest. When we went to rest, Fred wasn't here, so I couldn't do it. Because you said she was waiting until 2 certain people were here.
I hate you. I hate you so much. I'm so sorry that I was late, and I'm really mad about it. And I'm so
It's
mad.
fine. She wants to say it as well when Bert's there, and we didn't get Bert today.
TDAB, what was your favorite bit?
Overthrowing the monarchy!
Honestly, yeah, me too. I rarely play like a jackass jerk character, so I'm like, you know what? Let's do it this time. Let's see what happens. Let's see how it goes. Because a lot of other players are like, oh, let's do this without question. And a lot of people are like, okay, we're gonna go fight, go to sleep, go fight again, come back. So it's like, how would someone like him respond to not only did they get sidetracked, but they also didn't finish the job I gave them. So, and I had to get creative with the loot because that loot was supposed to come from the dragon after you killed it. So I'm like, how would they be able to get that back? You know what? This just add a little more salt into the wound of this asshole character. So, I'm glad that he was the asshole that I intended him to be as.
Yeah.
He's the worst.
Don't worry, they only get better from here. Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed listening in. If you did, leave a like down below. And comment on what your favorite part of the video was. Don't forget to scratch that subscribe button and peck the bell so you know when the next video comes out. And Gunja will see you in the next episode. Bye!
Yay! Fine, nobody else joined in, see?
We were giving you a moment.
My heart! Mammy. Yeah, yourself.
Chat!
Cat.
Chat!
Cat.
Chat!
I heard chat. Sage is just racking up the cat points before she leaves.
I love you! I love you so much!
Do shit.
Are y'all gonna say goodbye?
Bye.
Right, we're still cut back.
God.
Korric, you're the last one. Watch, he's probably going pee again.
I was earlier, but I'm here. Yeah. Goodbye.
DMobo out.